how to create an egg donor profile. So one of the first things that you'll need to do after an agency accepts your application and they confirm that you are a good candidate for egg donation, you will need to make a profile. So this profile usually consists of answering numerous questions that have to do about, your health, your family medical background, any health issues that you've had, your education, your interests, your hobbies. Usually there's also questions about, maybe why you're donating, what your dreams are, where you want to be in 5 years. Different questions that allow you to show your personality, who you are. And this will be, if it's an anonymous donation, this will be the only way that intended parents will get to know you. Of course, you'll also be asked to provide numerous photos, likely photos from your childhood, adolescence, teen years, and then current photos, headshots, and body shots. In regards to those photos, you want them to be flattering, of course, but you don't want it to have photos that are photoshopped or have like any filters from Snapchat or whatever. They need to look like you and be an accurate representation of what you look like, because if you then, meet somebody at the agency or when you eventually go to the clinic, if you look nothing like your photos, that's going to be a red flag, and they're not going to be happy about that. So you want your photos to look like you. So those photos will be part of your profile. So that's one of my tips, to make sure that the photos look like you, to make sure you have flattering photos. If you don't have any good current photos of you, have some done. You don't have to go out and pay a photographer, but have, a friend, family member, and take photos of you wearing, a nice top that doesn't have any patterns on it. Do your hair, just do light, normal makeup, stand in good lighting, get good angles, get a body shot and headshot, because that, unfortunately, is one of the first things hopeful parents look at when they're looking through donor databases. And if they don't like your photo, they probably won't look at your profile. So you want to make sure that your photo really draws them in, so they will actually read the questions in your profile to get to know who you are beyond just what you look like. In regards to those questions, be honest. Let your personality come through. It's really tempting to think like, what answer do they want to hear? Because a lot of times you can like smell it, on an answer or something. And you're like, this is such a like trite response. It's what people think people want to hear. So be honest, like think about truly like, okay, what are my interests? What am I into? Where do I see myself in 5 years? Really allow your authentic self to come through, because I can almost guarantee you that is going to be way more attractive than what you think some like cookie cutter egg donor would say. Allow your authenticity to come through. And because of that, take time. Take time with the application. If there is, or your profile, if there's a question that kind of stumps you, sit on it for a little bit. Take some notes, like do some meditation, talk to like your mom or a friend or family member about some of the questions to help them, or to help you see yourself in a clearer light. Say, how would you describe my personality? Like, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? So get some insights from people that know you really well. Again, sit on it for a while, take your time, don't rush through it. And then definitely go back through and check for grammar, for spelling, punctuation. While some agencies do go through and edit, a lot of them don't. So say, for example, you've all sorts of spelling errors and the grammar's all over the place, and you post that, and the intended parents are going to see it. They might think you're not as intelligent, when again, you could have simply just done a spell check and just proofread it at least once, ideally twice. So take your time with it. Again, know that this, in many cases, is the only way they are going to get to know you. If you have any questions about any of the questions on the profile, go ahead and ask the donor agency. In regards to the family, the health history, Some donors, if I'm frank, are tempted to lie and not fess up about certain medical conditions in their family that might make it harder to get matched. But it's really, really important that you're honest. It's like the ethical thing to do. You need to be upfront with the intended parents and tell them if all the health issues in your family. And again, I mean, everybody's grandparents, if they've passed away, they passed away from something, So, I mean, nobody has this like perfect family health history. We all have stuff. So be honest, be thorough with it too. If you just don't know how a grandparent passed away, ask relatives, get the information. Don't make something up. Be absolutely honest, and really comprehensive in those answers as well. I think that's it. Oh, one of the other things is once your profile is posted on an agency's database, make sure you send in recent photos every few months, because say you haven't been matched, and you send in some more recent, fresher photos, and then suddenly you're matched. Maybe the current photos just like weren't doing it for intended parents. But when you got some new photos done, that suddenly like drew in intended parents and you have a match. So keep your photos current, get nice photos made. Again, even if it's just outside and a friend uses your iPhone, you can get good light and make yourself look really nice. I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions about, how to create a really appealing, a really authentic, that's the most important part, egg donor profile in the comments below.